Knights and Vex, we are back for round 3 of Coliseum against the Jotaz. Not that bad of a boss, but we need to find the right strategy, because if you do the wrong things, he's going to one-shot your entire team. So I have some really good news for today. I was able to beat the first tier with a 3-star level 10 Mara Jade. So the good news is if you have not invested any crystals, episode pass, anything monetization-wise, you're going to be fine to get to tier 1, which is going to really increase your score a tremendous amount and get you into the 300 currency range. Was able to do it with a 4-star, have a really good score for my pay-to-win account where I'm getting in 60% on tier 3 with a episode pass plus as well as the $30 marquee pack, getting 60% there. So I'm going to show you guys all 3 different strategies in this video, but don't forget to drop a like in the video and subscribe for more content like this, because we have way more Coliseum content coming the next couple of months and I want you guys to be notified. So without further ado, we're going to head into game and go to my free-to-play account and show you exactly the team comp that I was working with today to get past tier 1, and then later on in the video, I'm going to show you how to get through tier 2. So you're going to see different perspectives. You're going to see a 4-star Mara Jade, a 3-star Mara Jade, as well as a 6-star Mara Jade. So keep in mind and pay attention to the timestamps down below and find the section that's most applicable to you. But right now, I'm currently sitting at rank 52 on my free-to-play account, which is very, very nice. And it's not going to let me show my squad right away because I used all my attempts. But I was able to get to 22% into tier 2. And I'm going to show you guys everything right now. I guess we're going to go jump right into the video format because that's the only way I'm going to show you. So, heading over there. This is the team comp that I was working with on tier 1. Very certain strategy and really need to pay attention to certain debuffs on the Jotaz because it is vital to your success. So, this is a 3-star Mara Jade at level 10. My lone units are 11. I could not rank her up any higher because I don't have the currency and I'm not spending crystals on this account to do it. So, the lead is going to be Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Mara Jade obviously needs to be there. Kira is so helpful for her offense down. Going to help mitigate all that big AoE damage from the Jotaz. It's super essential. CLS, super vital for the speed down as well as the tenacity down. And Chupio, extremely helpful for the blind, and even evasion down is pretty nice to have. But mostly the blind, that is the key to this strategy. So again, there's going to be timestamps down below. Find the right spot for you. But right now, we're going to show a 3-star Mara Jade in action. It's pretty much the same exact strategy for both the 3 and 4-star variant. Just trying to showcase that you don't need to get the 4-star Mara Jade to get this pulled. So, you start with the basic over here. Now, Kira's going to go second. You call Mara Jade to assist. Now, CLS is third. He gets tenacity down. Now, a 3-star Mara Jade can survive the AoE from the Jotaz. She looks like she's in the low spot right now, but she's going to be fine later on. So, she counterattacks. That's pretty good RNG. That's not always going to happen. We had a good counterattack, so her passive is ramping. Now, over here, with tenacity down, we're going for a blind on the Jotaz. We landed. It was perfect. Now, Cal goes. He's going to call CLS to assist. You're doing this so you can get the speed down from CLS to get more turns in. So there's the speed down. You have speed down and blind. I'm sticking the basics with Mara Jade for the majority of the battle. Now over here, CLS does a basic. Mara Jade does a basic. And now Kira. Kira's purpose is calling allies to assist, the health steal up, and more importantly, the offense down on a basic. So over here, we get offense down. The damage is mitigated. Now, at this point, I'm going to be calling Mara Jade to assist whenever speed down is not applied, because we want to ramp up her damage. I go for the big hit there. That brings me to 34%. So now I just have to ramp. I go for a basic over here. Basic on Kira. I go for a blind without tenacity down, and I do land it. It's very nice RNG. So that means on the next AoE, he's going to miss. So that might be a little bit of the RNG mark. You got to make sure you have the blind there. So there's going to be some RNG with the run. Over here, I go for a basic. I'm calling Mara Jade to assist again. We got to keep ramping up her damage. She's starting to hit really hard. Blind, big miss from the Jotaz. Now, over here, I stick to a basic for that protection up. I call CLS his second special so that he can reduce the cooldown of his middle ability so I can get some tenacity down because I want to make sure I land my debuffs. Offense down was already landed. I get evasion down. Calling Mara Jade to assist, who has protection up. And we luckily tanked that hit because he did reduce damage because of offense down. So even when he lands his hits, the mitigated damage is very helpful. Now over here, I'm going for a basic again for some protection up. The Jotaz already has offense down, so I'm calling Mara Jade to assist for some extra damage. Really doing pretty good here. I land speed down. I get blind again, so he's going to miss on the AoE. Cal's going to go, call Mara Jade to assist. She's now at 8 stacks of her passive. Big dodge from the whole team. Now over here, we're getting towards the end, and I know giving him buffs is dangerous, but I have to make sure I deal enough damage. So over here, I'm going for an AoE, and I get offense up. That's 5%. My whole team has offense up, and I'm landing a bunch of attacks and debuffs. Over here, calling Mara Jade to assist again. Now, that's the biggest RNG in this battle, is who's he going to attack? His attack did reduced damage again because of the basic. He went for the lowest HP target, which is Kira, and she lived. So I have to do 12% more for him to get him down. Now, over here, I go for the big hit 9. That brings me to 93%. 9 stacks of her passive. Big second special. Now, go for the offense down. Go for it, call to action. Do the middle ability for tenacity down again. Go for the blind. It gets resisted, but the cool thing, it doesn't get resisted is what I mean. He doesn't go for the AoE. He goes for the rock throw and kills Kira. So even if your Kira goes down and the blind lands, the next AoE is going to dodge. So you're in really good shape. Go for a basic. I'm calling Mara Jade to assist all the time. 98%. Basic. Big dodge. 2% more. Basic. And I go for a big AoE. That's 100%. So that is how I got tier 1 done on my 4th extremely free-to-play account at the moment, just to showcase you can do it with a 3-star. Now, this is going to be a 4-star level 13. Same exact strategy. This is tier 1. Going to go over it again so I can just be really slow, and it's a little bit different because you do more damage. So I go for a basic again. Call Mara Jade to assist. You're in a little bit of a better spot because of the higher era level. Tenacity down on CLS. Go for the blind. Perfect, it lands. Call CLS to assist. He's going to land speed down. The defense down got resisted, but speed down is more important. Go for the basic. That's offense down. Perfect. I get the defense down there. Evasion down. Now I'm keep calling Mara Jade to assist. This is the most important strategy of them all. So over here, going for a big hit. That brings me up 6%. It will ramp up later on in the battle. Go for a basic. I land the blind again. Really good RNG. Keep calling Mara Jade to assist. That's a big damage boost. He dodges or he misses. I go for a basic again for that protection up. Basic for offense down. It gets resisted, unfortunately. I go for call for action to get tenacity down. Go for the evasion down. Over here, I'm calling Kira to assist because he doesn't have offense down. It was resisted. He has tenacity down. So I'm going to avoid calling Mara Jade to assist here. I'm going for Kira because she lands offense down, which saves us. So I like showcasing 2 different strategies. Goes for the big hit. It's mitigated because of the offense down. Call your Mara Jade to assist. Get her protection up. Ramp up her passive. Another blind is landed. Now calling Mara Jade to assist again. Another basic. Another big dodge from an AoE. I go for a basic here. I'm playing it safe. Basic again. We get the offense down. Speed down. Evasion down. All very helpful. Keep calling Mara Jade. She's the biggest damage dealer on your team by far. So we're at 88%. Now, over here, I go for a big hit. That's 92. Basic, offense down. I go for call to action again. Do the middle ability. That's tenacity down. I land a blind. I go for the big basic here. Not the AoE yet. Basic over here. Call Mara Jade to assist. Don't ever have to do the 3rd special from Cal. He dodges. And then basic over here. Basic. And the Mara Jade with a big AoE is going to end the run. So, that's a 4-star variation. A lot easier than the 3-star. Had to showcase it. Now what I want to do really quick is showcase the tier 2 of the strategy, which is going to be a little bit different. That's rank 39. So this is what tier 2, the tier 2 strategy is. It's very different because you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. The turn orders are a little weird. So I want to showcase this here. This is a 4-star Mara Jade at 14. And I have one, I think, at 13 as well. It didn't really make much of a difference. Chewbacca is replacing Chupio because the blinds aren't going to land unless you have tenacity down. And we're putting in Jedi Knight Luke to replace CLS for tier 2 at a 4-star variant. So this is the highest score that I got with this one with my lower level Mara Jade. So over here, she's going to go first. The reason Chewbacca is on the team because he gives guard and it's going to go on Mara Jade. When she does an ability, he's going to assist and that's going to give tenacity down. That's going to help you because over here, he does his move. Kira goes, and with tenacity down, she lands offense down. It allows your team to survive, which is really, really important because without offense down, you're going to go down. It's just simply a fact. Now, over here, I go and call Mara Jade to assist. I'm going to keep calling her to assist because they have offense down. Doing some big, big damage. Go for a basic over here. Big AoE from Luke. They kill Kira because the error levels are just a little too low. Keep calling Mara Jade to assist. She's now at 5 stacks, 6 stacks of her passive. No, 5. Go for a big hit. That's 21%. Go for a basic from Luke, and then he's going to wipe your team. So for my free-to-play account, that's a pretty good score for not having any higher error levels. So I will take 23%. That should land me in the 600 to 300 range for a currency. So that's perfect. Now what I want to showcase is my endgame account for Tier 3. You're going to get through Tiers 1 and 2 very easily if you have a high loan unit. I have 25 error level loan units and a level 29 Mara Jade at this point. The strategy that I used for my highest score was Cal Kestis, Mara Jade, Barris, Jedi Knight Luke, and Chewbacca because the guard is really helpful for your Mara Jade. So I'm going to show you guys the exact strategy for Tier 3. Tier 1 and 2 are going to be easy for you. Go for a basic with Mara Jade. That's tenacity down. You survive the AoE. I just go for a second special here. It's more damage. I go for the AoE, I believe, first. Yeah, I go for the AoE first. I keep calling Mara Jade to assist. Barris Offie is going to heal. Heal my team. I go for a basic again for that protection up. Luckily, he basics my Mara Jade with protection up, and she survives. So now I'm going to keep calling Mara Jade to assist. I go for a basic with Chewbacca. Basic with Cal. Keep calling Mara Jade. That guard is going to help her as well as that protection up. She ends up surviving and the huge counterattacks. Those big counterattacks are very helpful from your Jedi. So now we're going to go for a basic over here. I go for the big hit from Mara Jade. That's 55%. Massive hit. Jedi Knight Luke is going to go. Unfortunately, I get really bad RNG here. If they do that on any other character, my Mara Jade has another chance of getting a big hit and getting me up to like 65% or something, even 70%. So I lose Mara Jade. I go for a basic. Now I'm calling Jedi Knight Luke to assist because he's my highest damage dealer. So that brings me to 60%. He does a basic, 61%. And then the Jotaz just wipes out your team. So the blind isn't really helping me in this tier that much. But I do want to showcase each and every one of my accounts to give you guys the best strategy for extreme free-to-play that are using crystals, the 4-star, and even the whales trying to climb the leaderboard. So that is going to wrap up this Coliseum video, guys. I hope it helped you. If it did, drop a like, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know if there's a better team out there that you guys are using for a higher score. We want to help everyone out, and that's the place to do it. So thank you guys again. Subscribe to the channel for more content from your boy and way more Coliseum videos. And I'll catch you guys in the very next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.